Here's what you receive when you get your Extreme Hanky. The DVD instructions you are watching now. 4 extra spools for the motor pod. I call these motor pods. You get 1 extra motor pod as well. This is what controls the string inside the Extreme Hanky gimmick. You receive the Extreme Hanky gimmick that looks just like a cork. The remote, 4 LiPo batteries. These are 3.7 volt batteries. You can find these either on my website or at hobby stores where they sell miniature RC airplanes. You get some white tack. If you can't find white tack at the store, when you're done using this, you can also use blue tack. 2 spools of the super strong thread, 200 yards of already stripped thread. 2 USB cables. These cables are used for loading your program from your remote to your computer, and it's also used for saving a battery that may have been left on, which we will go over in a moment. And the last 2 things you get is the 5-gallon perfect bottle. This thing is perfect. It's plastic, it won't break, but you have to be careful because it can scratch, so I suggest putting it in a bag or something. And 1 18-inch silk. The Extreme Hanky is one of our very first products that we are offering a lifetime warranty on. And I want to explain to you what is covered. The remote itself is covered. All electronics are covered. The batteries, of course, are not covered. But the plug-in, where the battery gets plugged in, if for some reason that goes bad, you send it back to me, you pay shipping back and forth. I will fix any plug-ins or switches. If you break or crack the plastic part of your controller, then I will replace that too. Unless you smash it, then I'll just charge you cost for that. But if it's just a little tiny break or something, I can either fix it or replace it. So again, the electronics are fully covered for life, and the electronics in the actual cork itself is also covered. The outside finish of the cork is covered for life as well. I do suggest that you keep this in the case that it comes with when you're not using it. Same with the remote. So all plastic parts on here are covered. And you have an original, because I have a good feeling that this is going to be stolen. A lot of my ideas do happen to get stolen, and I'd really appreciate it if all of you out there buy the original, or I won't have enough money to invent more stuff for you guys. But it's an original if it says corky. So that's the original. And sometimes during this video you'll hear me refer to this as corky. So that's why I call it corky, because I originally named it corky after my little dog or whatever. This plug-in where the battery comes on and off is also covered. All of the electronics, any switches, the battery connection is also covered for life. The only thing that is not covered is the motor pod. The reason why I do not cover the motor pod, because it's very, very delicate. It is just a motor. They're very inexpensive. This motor pod spool comes off so that you could have your other spools already threaded and you can just pop it back on. But when you pop it on, I want you to be very, very careful to not bend it. Just put it in there really nice and simple and easy until it stops, and don't bend it. Because if you bend it, it'll make a lot of noise. So this is pretty much the only thing that's not covered. The spool, the actual motor pod itself is not covered. So that is your extreme warranty. I forgot about this part. The bottle is also not covered.